I would like to share with you an amazing story. The story actually took place over 40 years ago, but only recently has the green light, so to speak, been given to publicize the story. It's an amazing story with an amazing lesson. Lou and Lena Moskowitz lived in Cleveland, Ohio, many, many years ago. They were true definitions of the term we often hear of a tinuk shenishba. No education whatsoever, no connection whatsoever. But they had a clear understanding that we as Yidden were different, that we are special. They ran a gas station. Their gas station happened to be in close proximity to the Hebrew Academy of Cleveland. And back in those days, the Rabbeim drove cars that, let's just say, needed a lot of work. So the Rabbeim and the Moskowitzes were very good friends. They used to come to work in the morning. They used to drop off their cars by the Moskowitzes gas station. They used to go to work. And then at the end of the day, come back, their cars were ready, and they went home. And since they drove cars that were not high in quality, they spent a lot of time at the Moskowitzes gas station, dropping off their cars, and they developed a relationship with them. The Moskowitzes also had a granddaughter who used to come to work with them, and the Rabbeim were always very cordial. They saw her, they said hello. One day, one Rebbe mustered up enough courage, and he said to Mrs. Moskowitz, "Your granddaughter seems like a very nice young lady. Where will she be going to school?" To which Mrs. Moskowitz replied, "She'll be going to the local public school." And the Rebbe said, "Okay, very nice." The next time, he had a little bit more courage, and he suggested, "Why don't you send your granddaughter to the Hebrew Academy of Cleveland?" To which Mrs. Moskowitz replied, that's just not what we do." And the Rebbe remained cordial, but each time he came in, he nudged a little, and he nudged a little more, with compassion and with care and with class. Until one day, Mrs. Moskowitz said, "It's really not my decision, it's my daughter-in-law's decision." And one thing led to another, and the young lady was enrolled in the Hebrew Academy of Cleveland. So she began being educated in Torah and in what we do and the halachas and what's important. But at the same time, she was not a committed, frum young lady. And as time went on, she made some very nice friends. And through the relationships of these friends, this young lady decided it's time for her to become a Shemeres Torah mitzvahs. And she made the commitment, and she continued in school at the Hebrew Academy. Throughout high school, she graduated high school, and then she went to Eretz Yisrael for seminary. She came back, she became a teacher, she married a boy from a frum family. Today, 40 years later, she has taught over 600 children the values of our Yom Tov and what we're all about and what it means to be a Yid. She has from children, she has from grandchildren. According to the numbers that we cheshbon, she has taught over 600 children these important values. And all of this came because one Rebbe decided to be nice, to be friendly, and to reach out. That's what a nice word can do. A nice word can change the course of history. And that nice word brought my wife to the Hebrew Academy of Cleveland.
Shabbos kodesh,